Hello, fellow translators. So I'm back with another video. And this video, well, first of all, I've been gone for a while, as you know, and I set up the donations thing. First of all, I wanted to thank the people who've been donating. I'm not going to mention your names, like I kind of want to, but no one like said anything specifically, you know, and obviously they're donated like that. So anyway, just thank you very much. And in fact, one of the videos that I'm going to be making a couple videos and kind of space them out today, hopefully. And one of the videos is going to be answering one of the questions you guys asked. And so that kind of brings me to the other thing, because someone said that basically I set up the donation thing to answer questions for payment. And I just wanted to reiterate that, like, that's not the case at all. I just set it up as a donations thing. It's more along the lines like, if you give a donation and ask a question, like, I'm probably going to feel really guilty if I don't answer it. So I'll probably answer it. But you know, there's still other ways to ask questions to me. Like I've mentioned before, first of all, just look through the hundreds of videos that I have. Chances are I've covered whatever your question is. Or else you can check out obviously my courses and books if you're on those. Also, you can just try asking. I might reply anyway. You know, the only thing is I have less time to spend on the YouTube channel than before. You know, but I might reply, or someone else. Other people, other commenters, other YouTube viewers sometimes comment on the questions as well, because quite a few people are watching this who have some very good experience. Anyway, thank you again for those who donated. I mean, there weren't many, but thank you to those of you who did. I do appreciate it. And anyway, now I'm going to talk about something that has nothing to do with the donations. This is a guy who messaged me earlier than all that and said he had a new website up. Anyway, I thought it would be interesting to go over his website. Since he had all the communication had been via YouTube, I'm like, look, you know, how about I go over your website on the YouTube channel, and you know, so I'll kind of critique it a bit. And then you can also get the opinion of everyone else, and everyone else can also get an idea of a translation website, you know, the website of a translator and what it looks like, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Feel free to leave your comments because you know, they're always going to be useful and helpful. And so I'm going to go through this. So I looked at the website before, but I didn't really go through it much because I kind of wanted to do it, you know, with you guys in front of everyone. So that's what I'm going to do now. So let's do that. So first of all, excellent domain name. He was able to get Translation Salon, which is awesome. I don't know if it was just available or if you had to pay someone for it, but yeah, that's really cool that you were able to get that. And you know, it doesn't say what language, because I know he's Dutch, a Dutch English translator. But anyway, Translation Salon, that's really cool that you have that, because then you can also kind of use that for other stuff if you want to, you know, pivot, as they say later on. Anyway, let's see. Okay, so specialize in academic. So right off the bat, I noticed here, let's go back to home. I mean, I know it's kind of just rotating here, but let's go to the first page that pops up. Dutch to native English translations, editing and proofreading. Okay, that's great. Wait, no, I saw something else. Anyway, well, let's scroll down and we'll get to that, what I mean. So here, obviously, this looks very professional. I think it's done very well. I assume all these links work. It seems like they do, just going over them. I even have a Reddit for Translation Salon. Wow. So yeah, you know, a lot of efforts going into this. And so one thing to say off the bat, like, and usually, you know, when I'm critiquing websites or profiles or stuff like that, you know, these can be a lot of commitment, like a Facebook page. We can check it out, and the Twitter page. So, oh no, this is just to share it. Okay, I think he does have a Facebook link or something later on, but yeah, this is just to share the page. Oh yeah, they do that. So actually, my first critique, and by the way, this is going to be a critique, so I'm going to kind of highlight things that, you know, are wrong. You know, obviously things that work as well, but you know, just as fair warning. And my first critique is actually, I don't think this is necessarily needed. You know, you can, because I remember when I was making my website, this was an option too, and I just got rid of it. I don't think, you know, not many people are going to share your website just because it's there. You know, they usually do this with specific types of websites. And even then, I don't think they do it. I don't think most people share, you know, just a website anyway. They share like articles or videos or something. So honestly, I would kind of get rid of this. I think it is just some noise that doesn't really help much. Because all these, yeah, that's true. Share article. These are submit. So actually, yeah, sorry, he doesn't have a Reddit. This is to submit to Reddit. Anyway, sorry. Like I said, I didn't go through this really before, and so I'm kind of going through it with you. So that's the first thing. I'd kind of get rid of this. I don't think it's needed really. And then let's keep going on. American Translator Association individual member, which that's good to have. I mean, it just means you're a paying member, and not that you took their test, but quite frankly, I think just being a member helps because you get to, once again, put this up. Certified Translation Member ID. Oh, so wait, so maybe you did you get a certification? If you did, okay. Anyway, you have a member ID, so that's good. And it's good to show this all here, because it gives it some legitimacy. So yeah, that's great. And let's go down. Dutch to English translations, academic, official document translation, editing, proofread. This is pretty much the exact same thing I have on my website. I guess it's the fashion now to have it scroll down and have that stuff. So yeah, it does look professional. And so all this I like. And here, it introduces a guy, and I'm a professional translator based in Chicago, prefer high quality translation for Dutch to my native language, English. Obviously, this is all written natively, so that's great. These, I assume, connect to his profiles. Yeah, I'm going to assume that he does that. And the reason I say they can be dangerous, here I'll show you on the Twitter. I don't see a Facebook, so that's probably good. Is that, you need to keep these up to date. So here I see October 3rd. Okay, so yeah, this is relatively recent, so it's good he keeps it relatively up to date. And because you can't have something that then hasn't been updated in 6 months or a year. So I would try to keep it up to date with Twitter. The more often the better. And it can be automatic things from your blog. I see you have a blog, so we're going to get to that later. But yeah, just make sure that it's being kept up to date and it updates regularly. Okay, here. Oh, we have more. Sorry, most recent blog post. Perfect. September 30th, July 31st, July 9th. So it seems on average once a month, and you kind of skipped. Well, you got it at the end of July, so that might count as August. But anyway, it's, let's see, Amnesty International is also holding a mirror up to the U.S. Numerous. So as far as I can tell, these don't have much to do with translation. Here it has to do with freelancing, I guess. Or no, anyway. So I'm not sure about this. The blog posts, they should have to do with, so serving the latest Dutch language news, academic research, contemporary debates, and more. This isn't something... Ideally, you want something people would subscribe to, people with an interest either in translation or in Dutch, maybe, stuff about Dutch news, about the Netherlands and in English or something along those lines. You want something that people would, ideally subscribe to. Not many of them will, but at least it'll be some interest. These kind of seem a bit all over the place. So I try to focus that a bit more. But it does seem like you wrote them, so that's good because it's original stuff. By the way, you can also kind of make them a news aggregator. There are different ways to do this, but where you kind of just collect news from different sources and just put in the first paragraph and then link directly to the news source. At least you used to be able to do that. I don't know if the laws have changed. I know you can't just copy and paste an article, put it there, but if you just put like the first part and just link to the original article, that can work as well. If you want to do something along those lines. But if you can keep writing it yourself, all the better. But that's the thing with a blog, and that's what I always tell people. Do a blog if you can maintain it, and that means continuously writing. Once again, the more often you can do it, the better. Here you have more, more or less once a month. That's good. Once a week would be even better. But I understand it takes a lot of time to do it. So see whatever works best for you. The important thing is to keep it up because there's nothing worse than a dead blog. Also because Google doesn't like it either in terms of search. Knowledge Without Borders. So this, I assume, is to subscribe to the blog, I guess. You should specify that a bit because I can't really tell. Then contact form, that's great. Yeah, and you have the little CAPTCHA thing or the thing, that's good. And yeah, and that's good. So in terms of the first page, I think it looks professional. Most people, so what's going to happen, is most people looking to hire you will kind of do this thing, and they'll kind of scroll up and down. They'll stop here, professional Dutch to English, and and they might click on read more. So actually, that'll probably be a good segue because I assume that goes to the About Us. Yeah, it goes to the About Us page. So we'll go here to the About Us. Now here's where I'm going to say the thing that I noticed when I first looked at it, because it says About Us. And here, Translation Salon is a boutique provider of Dutch to English translations, editing, proofreading, blah, 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 blah. our mission, our vision, and as I can, it seems to me at least, yeah, you kind of avoid the I and you use we here. I mean, obviously here it's I, but the whole thing is, and about us, people write that all the time. But I would sort of specify that it's just I, one person and not us. And there's a specific reason for this. A lot of people like to do us because it looks more, like you're a boutique firm, you're more professional, you're more entrenched, you're more established. But I kind of don't like it all that much because it sort of seems like you have a whole team there. And if I'm trying to hire a translator and I see a team, it sounds to me like an agency, and I don't want to hire an agency for several reasons. First of all, they cost more. Second of all, I feel like there's less control over the translation. I might be talking to someone when I'm emailing them, but they might be handing off the translation itself to someone else. And so it's always kind of iffy with agencies because you never really know who you're dealing with. In fact, that's an issue I have now as an agency to show that trust. Because agencies, they have all types of tricks. Like here you might have, James Armel Smith, but if it's an agency, maybe, you're working with 10, 20 different people online and kind of outsourcing their translations to them. So if I send you a test translation, you'll do it yourself, so it looks good, but then later you outsource it to a bunch of cheap translators and stuff like that. Anyway, when you mention agency, certain thoughts can start coming to mind that, it is a whole agency, which tend to cost more and you have less control. So I would kind of specify about me and just say that it's you by yourself. Now, if you disagree, that's fine. But, having we and having us and all that stuff here, to me, kind of, would make me feel a bit iffy, let's say. So that's my main thing here. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, you have our mission. I think that's great. Our vision. The truth is, most people won't read through all of this. It's cool that you have this a foreign term that you sort of show, from Dutch to English, and it shows dedication and all that. So I like that actually. Once again, it's a scrolling down thing, which is in vogue, and yeah, the translation conference have you covered. Here, even here, I would say my comprehensive range. I mean, show that you're a person. James. Kind of say, hey, this is me, James. You message me, it'll be me replying. You email me, it'll be me replying. And it gives that personal touch which I don't think hurts. I know it might make you feel a bit less professional, but I think especially when you're starting out and it's just just Dutch to English translator and you doing the translations, kind of try to give it that personal touch because it also helps with the trust factor, which you always need online. So anyway, let's go to services quickly. Whether in academia, blah, blah, blah. I think, yeah, this is the same thing you had from before, but I mean, that's fine. Academic translations, archives, library, and research institutes. You have other services here as well. Wait, I'm going to check that out later. And then here, yeah, this is exactly the same as my website. It must be, I think my website, we got it from some WordPress template. I don't know, my computer designer did it. I understand very little of it. Yeah, post revision. Okay, so I mean, basically it shows the types of translations you do, academic translations, archives, library, journalism, media. I mean, yeah, I think that's great. I'm not going to go through word by word right now, but, it shows more or less what you concentrate on. I might even add sort of I guess these can count as bullet points because I'm thinking if I have a translation to be, if I have an article or something to be translated, say it's an article, I see academic, archives, I mean, yeah, journalism, media, okay, so it would fall under there, marketing materials, website, professional, private course, yeah. I think, yeah, this seems clear enough, I guess, official document translation. I'm trying to think if I have a legal document, if I would hesitate, or financial, I might hesitate. Legal, I might try anyway, because you have governmental, intergovernmental, stuff like that. Anyway, I think this sounds good. You can, if anything, at the end you could put and more, or no, just have contact me for, anyway, let's see. Editing, refuting, post-editing, revision, Dutch language research assistance. So this was this thing, right? Oh, that's for the other. Okay, so all three you have. Multilingual search engine optimization. Oh, that's good. You might want to include this. the SEO, search engine optimization thing in one of your main as one of your main things, because I know that's kind of in pretty high demand. Maybe under websites, also put SEO optimization or something like that. Or sorry, search engine optimization. Anyway, so partnership roles. I'm not sure what this means. Is that picks another organization? And sorry, I'm kind of, I'm not doing a real assessment. If I do a real assessment, like the ones I offer, then I ask for a bunch more questions and I do research ahead of time. But now I don't. Okay, so I'm not sure what this is. Now I kind of want to go through it quickly because I'm doing a video for everyone and not and kind of keep it going. So I'm not sure what that picks is, but that is a dead link. I can try this one too, but it's if your online business is doing well in your country, you might consider expanding to international markets. I'm not sure what that picks is. Free assistant translators who desire to win the internet. Oh, it sounds like something I should know. Um, well, that's interesting. So that's something I'm going to be looking up. But anyway, fix that dead link definitely, and maybe because look, most people accessing this won't be in the translation world, and so I'm not sure what exactly this is. Um, Oh, you basically copied it from the thing. So, okay, digital design services tailor-made for translators. So, this helps you. I'm not sure it would help a prospective client though, but you can say I partner up with AppPix for your SEO requirements, your SEO needs, stuff like that. Which helps with SEO stuff. Which could be interesting. Actually, I like this idea. I'm going to read through this later on. If any of you guys know about that picks, feel free to let me know about them because it sounds like it could be interesting. Anyway, let's get back to the website at hand. Yeah, and then once again you have all this information, services, and then we have the blog, and anthropology. Oh, you already have quite a few categories. Again, it seems to be a bit all over the place. I mean, not that they're not interesting. Assange, Huawei, kind of stuff that's going on in the news at the time, I guess. But it seems to be a bit all over the place. I would try to concentrate on something. Once again, maybe the Netherlands, news about the Netherlands in English, or else translation, Dutch translations, something like that. That's your specialty. Do something like that because then, in a way, you become a sort of go-to place for stuff about the Netherlands, and that's good. And here, I see you have a section for it. I would kind of just concentrate on that, if you will. And it's very easy to do. You can set up a Google alert for Netherlands and for Holland and stuff like that, and kind of just keep up with what's going on. But yeah, I would concentrate a bit more on that because otherwise, it's a bit all over the place. You can find that news everywhere. And then what else? And I know you write your articles, but on the other hand, you're a translator. Even if you have like the best opinions ever, I'm not saying you don't, but if no one, not to sound harsh, but no one cares. You're a translator, so they do care about what you think about translation or what you think about the Netherlands specifically. But the rest of the stuff, you're not a news agency or something like that. So it kind of just gets off topic, I think, and it's a bit of a distraction, and you don't want too many distractions, too much noise. And then yeah, so we have the contact section. Contact us. Again, I'll put contact me, or send me an email, something like that. Click here for a free quote. That's fine, and then blah 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 in the message. That's good. I mean, yeah, you can do it that way. I think that's good, also, especially for end clients because they won't know word counts and stuff like that. Yeah, and then let's see, when I click on request a quote, let's see what happens. So here you have, yeah, estimated length, number of words if possible. Perfect. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, I think this is excellent. I assume the upload tool works. This is non-binding quote confirmation. Yeah, and yeah, this part I think is excellent. I would so yeah, it's good that you have it kind of highlighted there. I would I don't know. I would almost put it at the bottom of each page. So the thing is, with these websites, you need to keep in mind there's a certain goal, and the goal of this website, I assume, is to have them request a quote, right? And to contact you for a translation. So I would, you have it highlighted there. You don't get points taken off for having something, maybe one of those scrolly things that follows you, like see this arrow. If you can have request a quote kind of pop out there when you scroll, I think that would be good too. I would get rid of these. I think they're just a distraction. But the rest of it, more or less, I haven't got into the nitty gritty of the text and all that, but I think it's okay. The blog, I would kind of, I would concentrate a bit more on Dutch stuff. Also because, yeah, I don't know much about what's going on in the Netherlands, so it'd be cool to have that in English language. And then, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Look, the rest of this is very professional. So there's really nothing I can say. I think it's excellent. You obviously, I assume you hired someone to do it, a professional to do it, because that's what it looks like. And let's face it, it's going to be better than a lot of websites out there. By the way, if you're a translator looking to make your own page, this is great. If you can do this, if you can afford it, and if you can, have the wherewithal to do this. But you don't need to have such a professional website, at least at the beginning. After you get going, then you can see if you wish to or not. Obviously, but yeah, if you can do it, why not? It's a great place, to have a location. Let's face it, the vast majority of people who even click on this is going to be a business card. It's going to show what you do, and it's going to give you a presence online, and that's pretty much it. They're going to kind of scroll through, see a bit about you and your services maybe, and then click on request a quote. That's it. And the rest of it is good. And I know blogs help with SEO and stuff like that if you keep them updated. But if you're going to feature a blog, I would do it right. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I've covered all the pages of this website, unless I'm missing something. No, ThatPix. Oh, so ThatPix designed your website. Okay, I might want to ask you about ThatPix because it seems interesting and it seems like something I'd want to know a bit more about. This is just me personally as a translator, though. For clients, I think otherwise that's pretty much it. Just as a gross overview, yeah, as a broad overview, let's say. I think that's pretty much it. Just those pointers that I have. Feel free to let me know in the comments if you have other pointers or anything else you want to say about this website. Good things, bad things, constructive criticism, everything, because that'll help James. And I think it'll be interesting. James, I hope you find this useful. And once again, I think it is a very professional website, and I think it's great to build off of, because no matter what happens, as you grow, you can keep using this website and just kind of make small additions here and there, but keep using the same layout, because this will be great for the long term. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully you found it useful. And I have some other videos I'm going to be recording now, and then kind of space them out. So I'll see you in the next video. Okay, savidum.